everyone. So for this week, for number one, my takeaway from the chapter this week was that I had no idea that Confucianism was an influence on Asian Pacific Islander peoples, whereas there was a differentiation between mental and physical work and how it will delegate roles. Because I always kind of knew that there were specific roles in the Asian Pacific Islander community, but I didn't realize that was an influence as Confucianism, which I think is really interesting, that philosophy plays such a high role in that population. And for my second takeaway from the podcast, I really was kind of shocked by the racial stereotyping and kind of profiling of people that judges do in the court system, considering that justice is supposed to be blind, and that we're supposed to see people not as innocent before proven guilty. I just thought that was very interesting that judges will come in with a preconceived notion about these offenders that they're seeing in their courtrooms, and kind of ask leading questions based on those notions and just kind of put them in boxes, which I thought was a little disturbing, mainly because they're supposed to be the impartial ultimate decider in those situations, and if you can't be impartial in that situation, what's the use? And then my third takeaway, or my third prompt of how I'm gonna determine what sources are unbiased or just reputable. I just kind of Google what reputable news outlets there are, and I see that PBS and BBC and news outlets like that are the more reputable ones, and the ones that are less leaning towards any political agenda. So I've been going off of that, and also just using my critical thinking skills and seeing okay, I can read this article and see that it's leaning left, so it's not necessarily an unbiased article, so I can't really use this one, or see different political agendas making their way into these articles. So that's how I'm going about determining whether I should use them or not. So, yep, that's all three of my prompts. Thanks.